Hello, welcome back to my channel if you are a returning subscriber. However, if this is your first time joining me on today, here we use information from celestial bodies to help us gain a better understanding of our favorite celebrities, world events, but most importantly, ourselves. So with that being said, thumbs up this video, click the subscribe button to become a part of the fam. And yeah, also, if you're interested in booking your very own reading, astrology-based reading, feel free to contact me at astrowerld, that's astro, WERLD, at gmail.com, and we can get you squared away on today. Okay? So, unless you've been hiding under a rock somewhere, it has been reported that Nelly and Ashanti are having a kid together, okay? Ashanti is supposedly knocked up. That's what the boys and girls are saying, all right? It hasn't been confirmed officially, but a lot of people have been reacting to this news, so on and so forth. Now, me being me, I'm going to take everything and look at it within an astrological context. So there were a couple things, all right, that I observed in regards to both Nelly and Ashanti's natal chart. I didn't do an official synastry reading just yet, and I don't even know if I even care to do that. But I don't think this is a good idea. You know, y'all sound off in the comment section in regards to how you feel about them being together. It really has nothing to do with us, but, you know, if we're really going to get into the tea, I actually think this is a really bad decision on Ashanti's end, but I understand why she made it if in fact she is with child, okay? And so what we're going to do in today's video is take a look at both Nelly and Ashanti's natal chart to put this most recent piece of information that we know about them within context. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Ashanti was born October 13th, 1980 at 1:32 p.m. in Glen Cove, New York. So a couple of things to consider, all right? One of those things being that Ashanti has her North Node at the 16th degree of Leo. In astrology, the North Node is often equated with our destiny, what we are supposed to achieve on an evolutionary kind of level, what we should be striving for or towards. And with that considered, Leo, which rules children in the 5th house, Ashanti is somebody who probably has always wanted to have children, or I should say maybe later in life, because the North Node could also encompass energy that we reflect, you know, as we get older and, you know, with age and things like that. So, you know, maybe she's at a point now where she really, really does want children. Leo on the North Node, for a lot of Leo North Nodes, experiencing parenthood is going to be a vital role in regards to their development on a like spiritual development, right? Leo also deals with purpose. So maybe these are people who could find their purpose, you know, through their children or parenting, or it could illuminate some sort of joy for them. But there are also going to be a lot of challenges in that area of their life as well. A lot of obstacles to overcome and lessons to learn in that area of life. So, you know, because Leo also rules men and is in her 7th house at that, of like relationships. These are people who, you know, they got to learn how to fine tune some of those instincts when it comes to how they navigate their romantic relationships, when it comes to their love life in general. You know, Cashapp Rock is another person who has that Leo North Node. These are people who maybe came from past life experiences of being very detached or robotic. These are also the people who tend to make a lot of friends or do the friends with benefits kind of situation. But when it comes to experiencing true love, like as they get older, they want to experience true love, or, you know, there is this desire to have that. But, you know, they also have to rectify issues that they have with men. There could be a lot of karma or karmic debt with men, with the father, in particular. And I think Ashanti does have some issues with her dad. That's also reinforces her son conjoined to Pluto in the ninth house of Libra. Okay, that could translate into having a controlling father, a father where his influence in your life could have been very powerful, but also seemingly very toxic, very abusive, powerful and abusive men. And mind you, y'all remember the I was almost saying Yo Gotti, Irv Gotti, not Yo Gotti, Irv Gotti, who she actually was signed to him and Murder Inc. And, he had her masters. It was a whole situation. So in this Libra Sun Pluto conjunction, you could look at that as Irv Gotti, even legally, legislative wise, contract wise, right? Hence the Libra influence, had a lot of power and control over her. So that's what she's accustomed to, or dealing with men who could also just, be philanderers. And this is where Nelly comes into the fold. So I said all that to say, she's going to bump her head a lot, probably more than the average person with Leo on the North Node. Leo North Node women can also fall into like being gullible. And then her being a Libra doesn't make it a whole lot better, just because once again Libras need or feel like they need companionship. Another way to look at her Sun Pluto conjunction in Libra is her having on again off again relationships with partners, hence where Nelly also comes into the fold, and that's due to Pluto's regenerative effects. Pluto is binding. It doesn't want to release. It doesn't want to let go. And Libra is naturally predisposed towards, once again, companionship. So, having on again, off again, love-hate relationships that even are felt on a soul level. Okay. This is a soulmate aspect here, where a woman could feel like she finds her soulmate in a man, in her romantic partner. Because y'all know all soulmates don't have to be romantic, right? Okay, different conversation for a different day. Just checking. Then you have Nelly, his sun being in her 10th house of Scorpio. This could absolutely deal with being or result in being with the person for a very, very long time. Okay, look at the 10th house as tenure. It's a house that deals with seniority, time. So, yeah, where they definitely have an ironclad kind of bind like that. But I don't like the fact that the 10th house could also deal with cruelty. It could deal with control. And Scorpio is one of those signs, y'all. Like, obviously everybody has good, quote unquote, good and bad characteristics. But, a lot of the lower nature of Scorpio can be very, just very insidious. You know what I'm saying? So with that being in her 10th house, I don't think I like that. That could be, very manipulative, like where he could have a very strong hold on her. Scorpio even is the sign of psychology. Yeah. Okay. So I don't know if I like that. But transit wise, Ashanti has a couple of things going on. So per November, and granted, I just kind of spitballed the timeline in terms of the transits and the dates. We don't know if she's pregnant for sure, and we also don't know how far along she is. But for what it's worth, I do see some pregnancy based transits here. So as early as November, Ashanti had Chiron and Aries trining her Leo North Node. So this could be intentionally trying to either conceive a child or placing a lot of your attention, your energy, your focus on children, in general. But then she also has her vertex conjoined to her North Node. And this could more so just speak to her being like pregnant, or, where it was inevitable that she was going to have kids at some point. But also if we're talking about transiting, Sag Moon was forming a sextile to her Leo North Node earlier in November. That could deal with her growing her family. Also a lot of sex sexual satisfaction. Now, for what it's worth, she is with child. She could have conceived way before this point. But it can also indicate where, once again, a lot of her time and her attention and focus is going towards family related things, motherhood, especially if we're talking about the moon being involved in the equation. Not to mention Nelly's Gemini moon does fall in Ashanti's fifth house. Fifth house deals with children. And in a man's chart, the moon could definitely be more symbolic of a woman that he has children with. Okay, the moon is the womb. But with Nelly being the Gemini moon, and this is where we move into Nelly's chart, he has that Gemini moon also conjoined to Gemini on the South Node, which naturally is going to make him a ladies' man, and it's going to be hard for him to have more than one. And this is a heavy South Node trait to have, because a lot of times, yes, you can overcome it, but let's just be real. Do I think he's overcoming it? No. This Sun South Node, Moon South Node conjunction in Gemini in Nelly's chart symbolizes him and his need and his taste and interest for different women. This is a man who could lose interest very easily. So cheating, or even in times where he's being faithful and not having sex with other women, because Gemini rules communication, he could always be in communication with other women. Gemini rules the phone. So this is the type of man where you would have to check his phone. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, his moon is squaring his Jupiter in Pisces. Now that could also even deal with women putting him on blast for something. Which brings us into the sexual allegations of it all, okay? Because I ain't forgot. They say Nelly out here snatching cat, too. Because he had a grape juice, somebody accused him of doing that to him, right? And it was like a whole situation. I don't know what happened to it. Y'all let me know in the comment section. But the point that I'm trying to make is I do think troubled times are ahead for Nelly in this regard. Because he does have Sagittarius on the North Node, which could put a person in, at risk in terms of just being publicly judged, facing the justice system, having to go against the courts. And Sagittarius is more so the higher courts. So not no petty, low-level shit either. You know what I'm saying? Just for reference, Tory Lanez is a Sagittarius North Node. And, that nigga is up there up somewhere, trading honey buns for favors. Okay, you get what I'm saying here? With Nelly's Gemini moon squaring Pisces, that Jupiter in Pisces, there could be women who come forward and, speak out about him, interviews or writing books or him getting exposed. He also has moon in opposition to Neptune. That's a prison aspect. And not to mention, as a Scorpio, he has his sun conjoined to Venus, but his sun is at the 9th degree. And the number 9, baby, the number 9 can deal with aggression. So, where he can have a lot of that deviant, and that's what it sounds like, deviant, dark-sided Scorpio, tendencies, because a lot of Scorpios can be very lustful, especially if they're lower nature, very lustful, very deviant. But with his sun at the 9th degree, he can also be very forceful. And it's conjoined to Venus, which deals with women. Oh my God, you just can't make this up. So then he has sun conjoined to Mars too, and that could also make him very predatory sexually, specifically within the sign of Scorpio too. And it is what it is, y'all. I just don't think this is a good idea for Ashanti. But I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. Oh, wait, no, I ain't. If you're still here, hold on. I did want to point out the fact that Nelly actually has he has the asteroid Siva, which deals with destruction. It deals with disaster, and it's conjoined to his Uranus in Libra. Now, this is an aspect that could deal with his downfall coming as the result of women, or even getting caught up in some type of legal situation involving women. Where ultimately that's going to be his destruction, or him living this kind of alternative, weirded out lifestyle, and it comes back to bite him in the ass. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video there. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this whole situation, and I'll catch y'all in another video. Bye.